You are 15 years old, and you are standing on a scale in Ryogoku, Tokyo, wearing nothing at all. Two men from the Japan Sumo Association check the number, nod, and write it down. You need to weigh at least 67 kilograms. You weigh 68. Nobody congratulates you. Behind them, on the wall, hangs a document called the Banzuke, the official ranking scroll of professional sumo, rewritten and reprinted 6 times a year. At the top, the names are written in strokes so thick you can read them across the room. At the bottom, the characters are so small the printers call them fly heads. Your name is not on the scroll, not even in fly heads. The men at the top of that scroll earn more than $2 million a year. You will earn 0. And tonight, you will cook dinner for the men who will spend the next 10 years standing between you and that number. This is every level of a sumo career. Real ranks, real money, level by level. Level 1. Jonokuchi. The name means the opening of the ranks. You are 15 years old, and your job title is the lowest professional athlete in Japan. You live in a heiya, a sumo stable, part gym, part dormitory, part monastery, run by a retired wrestler called an oyakata. 20 young men, one roof, one set of rules written 400 years ago. Your alarm goes off at 4:30 in the morning. Training starts at 5, on an empty stomach, because sumo believes hunger teaches technique. By 11, you have been thrown into the clay 200 times. Then you cook. Chanko, the protein stew every stable lives on, simmers in a pot the size of a bathtub. You chop, you stir, you serve the senior men first, and you eat what is left, standing in the kitchen. Your pay, 0 yen a month. The association hands you an allowance of roughly 77,000 yen per tournament, about $500, and there are 6 tournaments a year, $3,000 a year. Room and board are free. That is the deal sumo has offered poor, hungry teenagers since the Edo period. We will feed you forever and pay you almost nothing until you prove you are worth it. At night, you sleep on a futon in a common room between 11 other boys, listening to a heater tick. Your phone lives in the oyakata's office. Before lights out, you unfold a photocopy of the Banzuke and find your name for the first time. It is 2 millimeters tall. You read it 3 times anyway. You have a new name now too, a shikona, a ring name chosen by your master. The boy your mother named no longer competes. He cooks. Level 2. Jonidan. 17 years old, and you have made 1 step up the scroll. Jonidan is the most crowded division in professional sumo, roughly 200 names packed onto a few centimeters of paper. If the sumo ladder is a staircase, this is the step where the crowd is thickest, and the step where most of it quietly turns around. Your allowance rises to about 88,000 yen per tournament. Your job description does not change. Train, cook, clean, serve. But now you learn the 2 words that will govern every year of the rest of your life. Kachi koshi, a winning record. Make koshi, a losing one. In the lower divisions, you fight 7 bouts per tournament. Win 4, and the scroll pulls you upward. Lose 4, and it pushes you back down. 7 fights, 90 seconds each. Your entire year is decided in less time than a lunch break. New Year's Eve. The stable is quiet. The seniors have gone home. You are not allowed to go home. First-year men keep the building. You call your mother from the kitchen. She asks if you are eating well, whether you're sleeping enough, whether your health is okay. You look at the pot you will scrub in the morning and say, "Yes, Mom, better than anyone in Japan." You do not tell her you made $400 this winter. You do not tell her that of the boys who joined with you, 2 have already vanished, their futons rolled up, their names simply missing from the next scroll, as if the paper itself had eaten them. Level 3. Sandanme. 18-19. The years when your friends back home start university. The allowance climbs to about 100,000 yen per tournament, and you receive a promotion nobody outside sumo would recognize as one. You become a tsukebito. A tsukebito is a personal attendant, an unpaid valet assigned to a salaried star. You carry his bags, you wash his back, you wrap his top knot in a towel when it rains, and let your own head get wet. The man you serve is called a SEKITORI, a wrestler of the top 2 divisions. He earns more in 1 month than you will earn in 2 years. You count his prize envelopes. You literally hold his money. And here is the strange part. You do not hate him. You study him, the way he tapes his knees, the way he breathes before a bout. Serving him is the only apprenticeship sumo offers. If you were born outside Japan, this level is lonelier still. Under association rules, each stable may hold only one foreign-born wrestler. One. If that is you, a teenager from Ulaanbaatar or Osh, there is no countryman down the hall. You learn Japanese from children's television and homesickness from experience. On the clay, the fights get heavier. Sandanme is full of men who were high school champions, and men sliding down from above, with 10 years of technique and nothing left to lose. You beat one of them in March, a former Makushita man with gray in his sideburns. As you help him up, you realize you were not looking at an opponent. You were looking at one possible future. Level 3 teaches you the quietest rule of the scroll. In sumo, you do not just climb past people. You climb past versions of yourself. Level 4, Makushita. 21 years old. Welcome to the cruelest floor of the building. Makushita is the highest of the unsalaried divisions. 120 men pressed against a glass ceiling. The allowance? Roughly 150,000 yen per tournament. Call it $6,000 a year, at the level directly below a six-figure salary. Because one step up, just one line of ink on the banzuke, sits the Juryo division, where base pay is over 1 million yen a month. The distance between poverty and a corner office is, at this exact level, about 60 centimeters of paper. Sumo people call the top of Makushita the gate. Some men pass through it at 20, some knock on it for 15 years. There are wrestlers who have spent 50 tournaments, nearly a decade, inside this single division. 4 wins away from a different life, over and over and over. And here the sport shows you its coldest rule. Below the salary line, there is no injury pay. Tear a ligament in Makushita and miss a tournament, and you receive nothing. The allowance exists only if you climb onto the clay. Above the line, salaried men keep their pay while they heal. Below it, injury is not bad luck. It is bankruptcy. In autumn, Daiki quits. Daiki joined the same week you did. 11 years in the stable, 26 years old. Highest rank? Makushita 15. He leaves with no degree, no license, no savings. He can cook chanko for 40 men and throw a 100-kilogram human being, and there is no job listing on earth for either. The staircase ate him one step below the light. He shakes your hand at the door and says, "Make it worth it. Get through the gate for both of us." In January, you go 6-1. In March, 7-0. The Oyakata says nothing, but that night, the stable eats sekihan, the red celebration rice. The next scroll is printed. Your name has crossed the line. Level 5, Juryo. 24 years old, and everything changes in one day. The word for what you are now is SEKITORI. It means literally, one who has taken the barrier. Of the roughly 600 professional sumo wrestlers in Japan, only about 70 hold this status. You are now one of them. Here is what one line of ink just bought you. A monthly salary from the association, 1,036,000 yen, roughly $83,000 a year, before bonuses. Your first real paycheck, at 24, after 9 years of $500 months. A private room, after 9 years on a shared floor, a door that closes. A silk mawashi in your own colors, and a kesho mawashi, the embroidered ceremonial apron, paid for by your brand new fan club. And attendance, sukebito, of your own. The first morning, a 17-year-old boy takes the wash bucket from your hands, the way you once took it from someone else's. You almost apologize to him. Almost. Your parents come to Tokyo for your Juryo debut. Your mother finds your name in the printed program and cries at a font size. But Juryo has a second face, and every Sekitori knows it by heart. The salary, the room, the silk, the servants, none of it is yours. It belongs to the rank. One bad tournament, and the scroll takes all of it back at once. There are men in this dressing room who have crossed the barrier in both directions 3 times. Demotion in sumo is not a pay cut. It is a full identity reset. The man who falls from Juryo returns to the common room, hands back the silk, and picks the wash bucket back up, sometimes serving the very wrestler who served him last year. The gate you fought 9 years to pass through has no lock on either side. You finish your first salaried tournament 9 wins, 6 losses. Safe. Climbing. That night you sit alone in your private room, in the silence you spent a third of your life earning, and discover the strangest thing about it. You leave the door open. Level 6. Maegashira. 25. The top division. Makuchi. Inside the curtain. Base salary, 1,309,000 yen a month, about $105,000 a year. But the real change is the lights. Top division bouts air live on national television in prime viewing hours. Your grandmother's neighbors now have opinions about your footwork. And in the top division, money starts falling from the ceiling, literally. Before marquee bouts, ring attendants called Yobidashi parade sponsor banners around the clay, one lap each, in full view of the cameras. Each banner is a kensho, a cash prize riding on that single fight, bought by a company for roughly 60 to 70,000 yen. Here is how the split actually works, because nobody explains this part. Half the banner price goes straight to the Sumo Association, taxes, administration, the system that keeps the lights on. The other half sits in an envelope with your name on it, and the referee hands it to you personally, in the ring, in front of everyone, the instant your hand touches the clay first. Win, and the referee hands you a stack of envelopes right there on the doyo, about 30,000 yen per banner in cash, while the cameras roll. A popular bout, a rivalry, a hometown hero, a Yokozuna on the ropes can carry 20, 30, even 50 banners. 90 seconds of work, $200 a banner, stacking up in your open palm faster than you can count it. But the Maegashira's real lottery ticket has its own name. Kinboshi, a gold star, is what they call it when a rank-and-file Maegashira defeats a reigning Yokozuna, the grand champion. A kinboshi is not a trophy, it is a raise, a permanent one. Every gold star adds a fixed sum to the bonus you receive every tournament for the rest of your career, win or lose, healthy or hurt, forever. Stack enough of them, and a career .500 wrestler can quietly out-earn men who ranked above him his entire life. The record is 16 gold stars, held by a wrestler named Akinoshima, a career giant killer who effectively pensioned himself with upsets, one stunned Yokozuna at a time. Think about what that means. This is the only job on earth, where one good day at work gives you a raise for life. In September, on day 8, you draw the Yokozuna. 60,000 eyes narrow at once. He hits you like a car crash. You lose in 4 seconds. 4 seconds. You spend the walk back to the dressing room memorizing every one of them. Level 7. Komusubi. 27. You have entered Sanyaku, the titled ranks, and your salary jumps to 1,693,000 yen a month, around $135,000 a year. Congratulations! You now hold what sumo fans with genuine affection call the worst rank in professional sumo. Here is why. A Maegashira spends much of the tournament fighting his neighbors on the scroll. A Komusubi does not get neighbors. The rank's unwritten job description is simple. In the first week, you fight the Ozeki and the Yokozuna, all of them, back to back. You are the sport's official crash test dummy. The numbers are brutal and public. Komusubi post losing records more often than any rank around them, and the revolving door spins so fast that holding this rank for even 2 consecutive tournaments is treated as an achievement. Getting here is hard. Staying here is a different sport entirely. You go 7-8 in your debut, a losing record by a single bout, and the best 7-8 of your life, carved out of the hardest schedule the scroll can print. Your oyakata, a man of 11 words a week, watches the final bout, nods once, and says, again. Level 7's lesson is short. At the top of the mountain, even the weather is an opponent. Level 8. Sekiwake. 28. Same salary as Komusubi. Entirely different mathematics. Sekiwake is the springboard rank, the last step before the sport's aristocracy. And it comes with the most famous unwritten rule in sumo. To be promoted to Ozeki, the rank above, you need roughly 33 wins across 3 consecutive tournaments as a titled wrestler. 33 of 45. The association calls it a guideline. Every wrestler alive calls it the number. Your career stops being a story and becomes arithmetic. 11, 11, 11, 12, 10, 11. Every morning bout is a coin you either bank or burn. And when the pressure starts eating your sleep, you think about the man every modern wrestler thinks about. Terunofuji. This is a documented public story. By 2015, he was an Ozeki, the second highest rank in the sport. Then his knees gave out. Then diabetes. Then surgery after surgery. He refused to retire, and the scroll did to him what the scroll does. It dropped him, level by level. Juryo, Makushita, Sandanme, all the way down to Jonidan, level 2 of this ladder, a former Ozeki, fighting teenagers, dozens of ranks below his old name. And then he climbed it again, every single level. Jonidan, to Juryo, to Ozeki, to Yokozuna, the 73rd Grand Champion, the only man in modern history to travel the entire staircase twice. When reporters asked why he did not quit, he said his master told him, "You still have the body, fix everything else." In November, you win 11. In January, 12, and a runner-up plate. In March, on the final day, you stand at 10 wins, needing 11, against a Yokozuna who has beaten you 9 times in 10 meetings. 4 seconds after the clash, he is on the clay, and you are not. 33. Level 9. Ozeki. 29 years old. The word means Great Barrier. Salary, 2,347,000 yen a month, about $188,000 a year, plus a larger slice of every bonus system the sport runs. And Ozeki is sumo royalty. Your promotion is a national news item. Within hours of your 33rd win, the association convenes a formal deliberation council, the Banzuke Gaishin, to confirm the promotion is real and not a single lucky tournament. Then the messengers arrive. 2 association officials, in traditional dress, walk into your stable and read the announcement aloud, to your face, the way it has been done for over a century. You do not simply accept a title. You respond with a formal vow, a short 4-character phrase you have rehearsed for days, chosen to sum up how you intend to carry the rank. Say it wrong, and it follows you for the rest of your career. Cameras crowd the room. Your Oyakata stands behind you, silent, the way he was silent for 14 years. This is not a press conference. It is a coronation, filmed for the evening news. But the rank's real gift is stranger than money. For the first time in 14 years, the scroll gives you insurance. And Ozeki cannot be demoted for one bad tournament. Fail once, and you enter a status called Kadoban, the corner. And Ozeki in the corner gets one tournament to post a winning record. Succeed, and all is forgiven. But fail twice in a row, and the title is gone. After a lifetime where every scroll could take everything, one free mistake feels like a superpower. It is also a countdown. Every Ozeki knows the pattern. The knees go, the Kadoban notices stack up next to your name in every broadcast graphic, and the corner becomes a room you live in. Off the clay, the money finally compounds. Sponsors want your face. A regional airline, a rice brand, a mattress company that claims its foam can survive you. For popular top rankers, endorsements can quietly double a year's income, sometimes more, if a commercial goes viral for the right reasons. You buy your parents a house. Your mother asks if you can still afford your own life after this. You show her 1 month's payslip. She reads it twice, puts it down, and starts to cry over the rice she is cooking for you, the first meal she has made you in 14 years. You are 1 rank from the top of the scroll. And the last step is the only one that is not a promotion. It is a canonization. Level 10. Yokozuna. 31 years old, a grand champion, in a lineage of barely 70 names across 300 years of records. There is no promotion like it in sport. You perform your first ring-entering ritual at Meiji Shrine, wearing a white rope belt woven by the hands of your own stablemates, kilograms of braided cotton that exist in no other sport and signify exactly one thing. There is no rank above you. The money first, because this channel promised you numbers. Base salary, 3 million yen a month, roughly $240,000 a year. Then championship money, special prizes, the Kensho envelopes that now rain on your every bout, and Mochi Kyukin, the career-long compounding bonus account that every win since your teens has been quietly feeding, paid out at its highest multiplier at this rank. A dominant year, all systems firing, 50 to 100 million yen from the sport itself, $330 to $700,000. Add national endorsement campaigns, and the best-paid grand champions have cleared $1 to $2 million a year, from $500 a tournament to $2 million a year. That is the full height of the scroll. But here is what they do not print on the Banzuke. A Yokozuna cannot be demoted. Read that again. Every rank below you can fall, yours cannot. Which means when your body begins to fail, and it is already failing, your knees are 20 years older than you are, the scroll has only one instrument left. The association asks you to retire. In sumo, they say the rope does not come off the man comes out of the rope. So every tournament becomes a referendum. A Yokozuna who wins is a god. A Yokozuna who scrapes 8 and 7 is a scandal. The greatest of them, Hakuho, took 45 championships and still left the clay with critics attached. At night, in a house with your name on the deed, you understand the last secret of level 10. Every level below this one, you were climbing towards someone. The seniors, the SEKITORI, the champions on television when you were 9. From the top of the scroll, there is no one left to look up at. Only 60,000 people looking up at you. The staircase eats the men who fall off it. It keeps the men who finish it too, just more slowly and with better lighting. You defend the rope for 3 years, 9 championships, 2 more surgeries, and on a Tuesday in September, at 34, your knee tells you what the association is too polite to say first. The Kokujikan Arena, 1 year later. 10,000 people hold their breath around a single chair. This is Danpatsu Shiki, the retirement ceremony. 300 people will climb onto the clay, one by one, and each will make a single cut into the top knot you have worn since you were 15. Sponsors, rivals, your mother, who cuts nothing and simply holds the scissors against it, shaking. The last cut belongs to your oyakata. And then, the endgame this sport never advertises. To stay in sumo as a master, you must buy one of exactly 105 elder names, Toshiyori Kabu, shares in the association itself. Officially priceless, unofficially traded for 100 to 300 million yen. Up to $2 million. For the right to keep waking up at 4:30. You pay it. Of course you pay it. Because the next spring, you are standing beside a scale in Ryogoku, watching a 15-year-old boy weigh 68 kilograms, holding the pen your master once held. The Banzuke is reprinted 6 times a year. It never runs out of small names.